And it says we're live. It's Thursday night. I'm here. You're beautiful. That must mean it's time for GotBot Goes live. And we're going to get you in the know on a few things tonight. Some interesting things. Some quirky bits of news. Before anybody says anything, and I'll probably say this a couple of times going through, I'm not talking about Blitzwing anymore. I spent way too much time last week on it. I've said everything I want to say. If you want to know my initial thoughts on that, go back and watch last week's GotBot Goes live. Not revisiting it. If my thoughts and stuff change over time, then they change. Cool. I'm going to, of course, get things set up. Hope you guys are having a tremendous week. Busy for me. Of course, busy for me every week, isn't it? What is this? Hold on. Messages. Interesting. Okay. I don't know what that was. Bear with me here. Let's just go like that. If you're wondering what I was doing there when I was fiddling around there with the chat, I ended up getting a notice about some new feature or something in the live, like YouTube live dashboard or whatever you want to call it. Nothing real big, nothing real major or important. Let me see what that was first. I don't think it was anything of any import. All right, Ultra Megatronus, Timmy. Is this the GoBots fan channel? You know, I'm not gonna lie. I like GoBots. I know that they get a lot of flack, but man, like I've never had an issue with GoBots. I dig them. I've always dug them. Hold on, I gotta make one more change here. And we're gonna go up. Let's see. Hey Jay. Jay, did you find Laser Prime yet? Because I'm sure you're getting them. I'm sure you're getting them. It's not for me, but I respect the thing. I think it looks like a pretty darn good homage. Me and Input were actually talking about it last week. He's really into it. The G2 stuff like that, like it doesn't really speak to me. I don't remember seeing the original as a kid. Like it wasn't something for me that I knew, I suppose, but I respect it. Let's put it that way. I respect it. Hey, Ken. For the record, in Canada, apparently, Silver Streak has been released at Toys R Us. Word is he retails for $44.99. Nope. I mean, by the time I put taxes at $50 for a deluxe, think of that mold. $50, man. No thanks. But, you know, I'll say this. He looks beautiful, and I think the U.S. price makes sense for him. I don't think the Canadian one does. Hey, BS Prime. Hey, Lee. Oh, just got your Masterpiece Skids from GameStop. Good for you. Good for you. Got my first Transformers Legacy figure. Not out in my country yet, so I don't. Well, I guess it kind of is. Like, I mean, I got lift ticket. Technically, he's Legacy, right? So, but in terms of like the Wave 1 stuff, it's not released here yet, so I don't have it. Let's see. They're coming and going really fast. I assume you're talking about the skids. Waiting for Laser Prime. Never mind. Just picked up Silver Streak at Target. There you go. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with that Silver Streak. Like, I think actually it looks really slick. I think it looks beautiful. I really do. I think the blue looks great. I think the silver looks great. I think it's a good mold. I like the smoke screen mold. I don't think I necessarily need it. If it was, you know, if it was $20, $22, whatever, sure. But for $44.99, I don't see it. Now, that's what I've heard. That's a little unsubstantiated at this point because as of this show, and as far as I know, our local Toys R Us here doesn't have any. So it is what it is, right? But you know what? I can't argue you're getting it. Alexander, I hope you're enjoying it, man, because it does look beautiful. Masterpiece Skids, I'm debating returning the Legacy one and getting that one. Again, like, I don't know how much the MP Skids is. I don't know how it compares to the Legacy and stuff. So, and I don't know what the Legacy is like. So I'm going to have to kind of wait and see. Hey, Brian. Hey, Blue. By the way, I'm going to say this now. Somebody in our chat, and I can't remember who it is. I want to say it's Caldeo, but I could be wrong. Could be wrong about that. Gave me a trivia question for tonight. Unfortunately, I lost the question. It's no good to message that stuff in the comments. I'm gonna lose it, or it's gonna be deleted. You gotta, if you know a piece of trivia that you want to send me, really the best way to do it is to use one of the links down in the description. DM it to me, because otherwise it's gonna get lost. My life is so breakneck busy that it's gonna get lost. I can guarantee you, from one Thursday to the next, it's not gonna make it. Hey, Razor Bear. So I apologize to whoever that was. I think it's Caldeo. I could be wrong. Unless TFC does a ton of updates to it, it's not that great. Extremely unstable in combined mode. I don't even know what you're talking about. What did Mike get? I want Silver Streak. I don't know. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Yeah, US price is okay. Yeah, see, $22.99, like that makes sense. But I can guarantee you, if you go to Google and you put in CAD to USD and you put in $44.99, I can guarantee you it is not equivalent to $22.99. So that's why I say I think the US price is better. I'm keeping them both. $90 for the MP skids. Well, that'd be 90 US. I need to know what it is in Canada. And we know you can't go by exchange rate anymore. But I'll say this though, $90 US seems, from what I've seen, for everything that I've seen with skids, like that seems about accurate. We've seen some images now of the Crosscut. I don't know the character. I know he's like Senator Cross. It must be a comics character. I know zero about Crosscut. I know the Generations mold was also done as Crosscut. It got to be an IDW thing. I'm thinking maybe a Marvel Comics thing. I don't know it. I don't know the guy. It looks slick. It looks cool. If you like the look of Skids, which I do, because I love that he's so unassuming. Like, I think the repaints of it are great. Honestly, I don't have any problem with the repaints of it. Give me a Burnout. Is that his name? Burnout? We'll talk about it all in a bit. Hey, Prime Time. I got an extra one for you. A gift for me. Blue streak. Blue streak is silver. Silver streak is blue. Toys R Us is disappointing. Yeah, Toys R Us is. I would trade our Toys R Us for Target any day of the week. Hey, DJ. Finally got the Seeker 3-pack and Coneheads this week. That must not have been easy to find, Primetime. That must not have been easy to find at all. Not this late in the game. That had to be rough. But you know what? I'm glad you got it, man. Good on you. That just went down there. Getting legacy stuff from Amazon with the new. Oh man, I've seen so many people getting their Amazon or their legacy stuff from Amazon, and I have yet to see a picture of an intact package. I don't know what Amazon does in the US. Here we get our stuff, or I get my stuff in boxes, but what people have been getting is atrocious. Like, that is, for something that's supposed to be the biggest retailer, for a dude that can afford to like build his own spaceship, like, to have your items come in that sort of condition with the boxes destroyed to that degree, I'd stop. I wouldn't be buying from them anymore, because I'd be saying, no, you're destroying it. Now, I might, because I'm not a mint and box collector. I don't care. But if you're a mint and box collector, or you keep your boxes, what Amazon is doing is atrocious. I'm not going to lie, man. Things are pretty good, Rob. I can't complain. I get, I mean, outside of the usual complaints about the world being dumb and sideways, right? But outside of that, things are pretty good, man. I want the Coneheads, but eBay prices are ridiculous. I've heard that time at TFC. All reissue of Lyle Kaiser. Oh, okay. Let's see. It's been a while since I've made it to live. It is, Timmy. You've been a little while, buddy. That's all right, man. Listen, we're always here. You can always count on Thursday night. I might be a few minutes late sometimes. I might, but you can always count on Thursday night sooner or later. I got the Bumblebee Soundwave and had Ravage. The Soundwave is actually here, local. It's not for me, but it is in our Walmarts here local now, as well as is the Soundwave. Again, looks great. It's not for me, but I'm hoping that somebody local is going to get it, because I do want to review it for you guys. It's not the Soundwave I need, because I'm a G1 guy, right? And I don't do doubles. So I respect it. I think it's great. But again, like, for the retail price of like $49.99 or whatever it is now. Like, it's not for me, because that's not a drop in the bucket, right? But I do hope to look at it. We'll see. We'll have to see how that goes. Hey, Marcus. Go down here. Hey, Armor Convoy. Deluxes are $19.99. About B127. Price now is $22.99 for the Buzzworthy version. That is wrong. Yeah, for that whole new head, right? Canada had Target for a hot second, but Target was unable. No H&E Games. That's not exactly accurate. I'm going to read his comment, and it says Canada had Target for a hot minute. We did from 2013. Was it 2013 to 2015 or 2011 to 2013, something like that? And he said Target was unable to compete. That's not exactly what happened. What happened was two things, really. Three things, really. One, they ended up having their red card system, we'll call it, hacked like just as they opened. And a lot of personal information was lost. So that was a black eye. It was unfortunate timing. I don't know why it only happened in Canada, not in the US, but it got hacked. So that was rough. Two, they opened stores nationwide before they had all of their distribution channels set up. So a lot of stores opened before being fully stocked. And I think that was a fatal error, because a lot of people went within the first, say, 2 months and couldn't get what they wanted, and then they gave up on Target too soon. But the biggest one of them all, Walmart pretty much has a monopoly here. Like, they have competition, but like their competition is like Marshalls. Okay, that's their like biggest competition is Marshalls, or Winners, which is kind of like your TJ Maxx in the US. So like that's their biggest competition. Okay, Target was a serious threat. So what happened when they opened their stores? Immediately, both Toys R Us and Walmart offered free shipping, no minimum orders or anything, free shipping. And then Walmart specifically opened a location where there was going to be a second Target, so that Target couldn't go in there. That location has since closed. As soon as it was announced that Target was pulling out of Canada because they got strangled by Walmart, and that's what happened. Their business got strangled by Walmart. Immediately, as soon as that happened, all of a sudden you need minimum orders for free shipping on Toys R Us and Walmart. And after about a year or two later, after it was all gone and whatnot, what happened to that extra Walmart that had opened? Oh, well, that one is having too many theft issues and not profitable. We're going to have to close her down. They literally just opened it so that Target couldn't go there. And they were willing to hemorrhage the money and lose it to stop expansion. So it's not that Target couldn't compete. It's that they made a couple of strategic errors early on, and then Walmart strangled them into submission. And I miss them every day because it was not fair business practices as far as I'm concerned. People complain about Target so much, but I find everything. Listen, we used to never complain about it. When they were here, I never went to Walmart. And that's why Walmart strangled them, because they did lose business. They get all the mailers and they get crushed. Yeah, the Amazon mailers, yeah, they do get crushed. That's bad, man. I got Studio Series Bumblebee Thrust, and Studio Series Sideswipe. I love that Thrust. That Thrust I customized into my Liege Maximo. But in all honesty, I think that mold, it surprised me. That mold is a hoot to transform. It got great articulations, great mold. I can't speak for the Sideswipe. I've seen it. I don't need a Sideswipe. It looks cool. I've heard good things, but that's all I can really say about it. Like Target and Walmart, we need more in New York City. I got my Legacy Prime RC on Amazon. Just an out of left field question. Why has Hasbro tried to buy the rights to the GoBots and either modernize what? Why has Hasbro tried to buy the rights to the GoBots and either modernize the line, or maybe do some crossovers? Well, GoBots is a weird thing because the fiction is owned now by Hasbro, but the rights to all of the, I guess the figure intellectual property is like Bandai, something like that. Like, it's so weird the way it is. But neither company basically, and they're both huge, neither company is able to produce them because one doesn't know, or one doesn't own like the intellectual property to the names and all that, and the other doesn't own the, I guess, the intellectual property for like the actual plastic and die cast figures. So poor GoBots is kind of just left in limbo, which is unfortunate. Still trying to find a Titans Return Twin Twist. Good luck, man. That's all I can say to that. Good luck, baby. Traffic is horrific. Checking in. Drive safe, Waspinator, buddy. Drive safe. I know I'm going to be missing some stuff here, guys, and I apologize for that. Never had an issue with Amazon here. No, I haven't had any issues with Amazon, but I know a lot of people have. I have the Bumblebee and Thrust as I go down here. Damn you, Marshalls. I don't find Marshalls very good. I'm not going to lie. I've been in there a couple of times. I don't find them that great. Walmart's banned from New York City. Is that true? I hope Target will get back again. Me too, Paul. I hope that one day they try again. Maybe not with 130 stores, because not all of them were profitable. Maybe with like the 50 or 70 most profitable. By the way, ours was, I think, like the number 2 most profitable in the country. And they were making a profit. So it's unfortunate. I wish that they'd scale back rather than pulling out. But I mean, it is what it is, right? Hey, Devlin, man, been a little while, buddy. As we go down here, and I know, guys, like I said, I know I'm going to be skipping some stuff. Hey, Maximal 10, waiting on the bus home, so might as well drop in. Absolutely, buddy. Custom painted SS side swipe red for me. That'd be cool, Jay. Get input to do it. I bet you could do that. The GotBot thing is in names versus likeness iconography. There you go. I couldn't remember exactly what the division was, but there you go. Have you considered, even though it's not your series, acquiring Studio Series Brawn? No. Again, I mean, you got to stop Ultra Megatronus and think for a second. Studio Series Brawn is going to be like $40, $44, like or like $42.99. Like, no, I have Titans Return Brawn. That's my Brawn. I don't have $50 to just throw down on a whim for a character I don't need. That's the problem. That's why I say that Hasbro is pricing themselves out of the market. With the price of gas, like, you got to think now, man. It's almost $2 a liter here. I'm back and forth, an hour to an hour from every day. I'm spending $700 a month in gas just to go to work. I don't have I got a good job and I make decent money, but I don't have $50 to waste on a character that essentially I don't need. It's a big difference. Like when I keep saying RID and I keep pointing it out, but like when RID was out, 2015, and that's when Studio Series started. And we had like the main line, which I guess was Prime Wars at the time. Like, I bought it all because I mean, it was only $15 here, it was $10 there, it was $20 there for something big. If you really wanted to get serious with like a leader, I mean, you're probably spending $50, right? Maybe $60, maybe it was $59.99. Big difference when all of a sudden now that $50 you were dropping on a leader, they want you to drop on a deluxe. Just saying, So I think the Brawn looks interesting. I'm not blown away by it. I don't like the alt mode. So no, but again, I can't say it's bad. It has beautiful paint, beautiful sculpting, beautiful detail. If it's for you, I get it. It's just I struggle to justify for that price for me. But that's a fair question, though. Yeah, $4.19 a gallon, and honestly, H&E Games, like I say, $2 a liter, like that equates to about that. Like we're looking at $4 to $5 a gallon here, right? There's about 4 liters or so in a gallon, roughly something like that. So it's about $4 or $5 a gallon here. It's like it's rough. It's rough, man. Machine Robo is your best way to go if you want GoBots. I agree. I still have my Prime Wars Punch Counter Punch. Me too. I'm not getting rid of any of my Prime Wars stuff. I love Prime Wars. I don't know why everybody gives it such a bad name. Great series. I never had any QC issues with mine at all. It was great. I'm happy with them. Let's get you in the know. We've been here 20 minutes. Let's get you in the know with the news. I'm going to get into it. What? Yeah, not for that price in your area. No one should pay that. That's what I keep saying. Everybody says speak with your wallet. I'm speaking with my wallet. I'm not paying that, right? I got both punch, counterpunch. I did. I gave one away as part of the 5 for 5K giveaway. So that was sent out a long time ago. Think Pulse will release Skids and Mudflap and Revenge of the Fallen. I don't know. I don't look at Pulse. They don't ship to me, so I don't care if Pulse has them. I don't know. Easy to be safe. What? Oh, dead standstill traffic. That's rough, baby. Only QC issues I have had is missing something. Okay, let's get into the news. So first things first, in the US, the price of a Titan is going up. Word is that the Legacy Titan Metroplex, Cybertron Metroplex, is going to be $189.99. And I've heard a lot of people saying, ooh, that's getting steep. Welcome to the club, baby. We went from, starting with Metroplex, we went from $134.99 or $89.99 if you went to Costco. But we went from basically $134.99. Then the next Titan dropped. For me, a lot of people say that they paid more for Devastator, but I remember seeing him on the Toys R Us website for $119.99, and I bought him when he was on sale for $109.99. That's what I paid for my Devastator. Then we had Fort Max, and Fort Max was $179.99. I was like, ooh, a bit steep, but it's Fort Max. Then we had the next Titan, which was Triptychon for 17. No, Triptychon might have been $229 actually. Then we had Predaking, who I think he was $179, and then all the next ones were $229 until we got to the Arc, which interestingly, at a lot of retailers started out at $249, and then while it was there on the shelf, wouldn't you know that the price, without anybody announcing it, the price got changed in a lot of cases and went from $249 to $265. They're tipping a $3 bill here, and I get it. In the US, they're tipping a $2 bill. It's luckily I don't want that Cybertron Metroplex, but I will say this: if there are Unicron Trilogy fans, and this is the Metroplex they've been waiting for, they haven't gotten any of the other Titans because it doesn't speak to them. G1's not their thing or whatever. I could see them saying, you know what, this is a once in a lifetime thing for me getting this Metroplex. I'm going to get it. I could understand getting it, but is it getting costly? It's a pretty big jump. Just going to say it's a pretty big price jump. I mean, you guys in the US got to decide for yourself if $189.99 plus tax is worth it where you live, but that's the price that I've heard come to my ears. We also had some news that Legacy was going to release Crankcase. Very interesting for those who don't know. G1 Crankcase, which I assume this will be a G1. It's Legacy, so it could be a movie. Who knows? I assume it's going to be G1, which would be one of the Trigger Cons, which would be very, very interesting. I don't know what mold they would use for it, or if it would be a new mold. But I think that's definitely interesting. That was kind of discovered on Amazon UK. Now, here's the other interesting part. Apparently, it was supposed to be released on March the 25th. That's passed. That's done. That's gone. And it's not out. And this was the first anybody heard of it. It's weird. It's a weird listing. But I'll say this. Crankcase is a character I don't have. That would be an example of a character I would be very interested in actually getting. Rise of the Beasts showed. Let's see if I can find this. Hold on. Oh, by the way, if you don't know, Crankcase turns into like an off-road Jeep type of thing. Rise of the Beast showed a Battle Changer Bumblebee. It's awful. It is god awful. It is a sea of yellow. One arm has silver on in it because I assume a arm cannon comes out, I guess. It's basically Bumblebee with a roll cage. The only paint on the thing is globby silver on the face and like on the roll cage and stuff. It's like deluxe size, but from what I can gather, no elbows, no knees. Do you remember when they released a couple of the Transformers Prime members of Abominus, their Predaking that originally came out as like the Commander class size, which not the big Commander, like the little Legend size, right? Little Legion size, really. And then they upscaled them to deluxe size. And they only did 2 of them. You know why they only did 2 of them? Because they didn't sell. Nobody wanted it. People said, this is deluxe size and it's junk. That's what this is. That's what this Bumblebee and that Optimus Prime is. Junk. Waste of money, garbage, junk. I mean, my understanding is it's $16 US and they can't even be bothered to give you a knee or an elbow. Can't say I'm behind that one too much. I predict another C of B on the wall that won't sell, because that's what happens, right? Not a good product. I gotta be honest, not a good product. It looks awful. It lacks a knee and elbow. Let's see. Yeah, it's B with a roll cage. Transart, something on a bright note. Transart, I love me some Transart. They are releasing a Nemesis Primal 9.5-inch version in pretty much black of their Optimal Optimus. Does all of the Optimal Optimus modes: the gorilla, the robot, the plane, the car. I don't know what we call it. Truck? I don't know what it is, but it does all of them. It looks really nice and glorious black. It is a Nemesis Primal. I like Transart stuff. Honestly, I've looked at a couple of Transart items. A couple I haven't had in hand. I have their Ravage. I like Transart. I think that this Optimus or Nemesis Primal is a good way to go. It's definitely a different take on Nemesis Primal than the one that came in the 4-pack of the Worlds Collide, which was based just on the Gorilla mode. This Nemesis Primal is based on the Optimal Optimus body type. So I'm cool with that. I like it. I think it looks really good. GotBot's premiered 10 episodes for the first season, 25 minutes each. I have not had the time to watch it. I really have not had the time to watch it. And before anybody says, well, watch it this weekend, can't. This is WrestleMania weekend, man. By the way, before I go on with the news, I've been meaning to do this. I know that when we usually take a moment of silence is for somebody in the Transformers community. However, as a lifelong fan of over 40 years, I would like to take a moment of silence for the late, great Scott Hall. I'm going to check in with what you guys said during that moment of silence. All right, let me just check in with you guys here, and then we're going to go back here to the news. We moved to New York. No, we moved to New City. My wife still works in the old city, an hour away. See, and gas is a thing now, right, Mike? 3 to 4 times a week, and gas goes way up. Plus, we went from apartment to a house. Rent went up, right? And now groceries on top of it, right? I'm sorry, but like honestly, gas, food, our home, like that's going to take precedence over. Let's be realistic. Transformers, as much as we love them, are the most luxury item of luxury items, right? They got to price themselves accurately. You got to know what your actual value is, right? You got to know if you're indispensable or if you are something that people can look at and choose and say, no, too rich for my blood, right? You got to know your lane, man. Let's see, going to pass on that Metroplex. Yeah, it's not for me. I'm so getting the Metroplex for sure since I got a new job starting on Monday. Congratulations, Caleb. I hope the new job goes great. I know what it's like, the nerves, the excitement. I wish nothing but the best for you. I hope it goes tremendously well. I'm glad I never got Titans because my Armada, besides my Armada Tidal Wave. Metroplex is a no-go for me. Yeah, I got my Metroplex, so I'm good. Prices were where I am are under control. That's nice. Got Legacy Bulkhead and Blast for $29.99. A pop. Enjoying that while it lasts. Enjoy it while it lasts, man. Regular Cybertron Metroplex is enough for me. Hey, Sean C. The old version of Metroplex. I don't have anything from Unicron Trilogy. I couldn't be less interested. I'm going to tell you now, if you think you're going to come here and see me review new Unicron Trilogy stuff, you won't. I'm not going to lie. If it comes my way and it's the classic stuff, like I know Maximal 10 sometimes sends some of that stuff my way, cool. My buddy Andrew sometimes sends some stuff like that my way, cool. But I have zero tie to it. It's not my jam, man. Not saying it shouldn't be your jam. I'm just saying it's not mine. Hey, Big M. Go down here a little bit. Seen a review on that Bumblebee. It's trash. I didn't see any review on it, but it looks like garbage. My first edition Prime Bumblebee is better than the Rise of the Beast Bumblebee. I agree. That is absolutely true. I still have my mini Abominus. He's part of my Predacon Alliance, man. I wouldn't even buy it for my kids. And that's saying something, right? Raise your fist if you're neither. I've never been emotionally moved by a wrestler's death, but Scott Hall truly got me. I hate Daisy. Me too. I hate that Hall is gone, but it's like he said, right? Dreams do come true. Hard work pays off. Bad times don't last, but bad guys do. Words to live by. Honestly, really, really words to live by. It's like 3D baseball for me. No kids, but married. My wife supports my Transformers collection. Only Unicron Trilogy figure I have is Armada Mix. Only Unicron Trilogy figure I have is my Deluxe Unicron. And that's a lie. I have a couple of Minicons. I can't tell you their names right now. I got Primus, which I don't see replacing because I love that Primus. Plus Starscream Wife got it for a steal in the aftermarket, complete. I had that Unicron, right? Before I got Cell, I had that Unicron, and I have the Deluxe Unicron, but I found that thrifting, so it is what it is. My office in the basement. Lucky you, man. I wish mine was in the basement. Let's see. I got some classic ready for you. Not the Chug Classic. Lovely. Hey, Fearsome. Unless it's what? Carcer, Croton, Tidal Wave, and or the Nemesis. I'm out of things. Maybe the Nemesis. Tidal Wave is not a Titan. I wish people would stop saying that. He's not a Titan. He's probably Commander class, but he's not Titan. No, he's not. I don't know who the other two are. So, Croton and Carcer. I don't know who they are. That got to be comics characters. I would venture to say that they won't get official Titans releases because I wouldn't say that they're mainstream enough to warrant the production and the cost and the asking price. You sell a Fort Max, it's going to sell because people know Fort Max. You sell a Trypticon, it's going to sell because people know Trypticon. The Ark didn't sell great, and people know the Ark. A lot of people skipped it. I don't know if a Titan that only comics fans know would do well. Maybe it would. I don't know. Maybe it would do great. I don't know the character, so it wouldn't do anything for me. Super now $7.50 UK pounds a gallon. $7.50 a gallon in the UK. That's nuts. I'd love a Tidal Wave. I like my Titans Return Tidal Wave. I would get a Commander. I'm not paying Titan price for a Tidal Wave. That's nuts. He's a boat. He's not a city. There you go. And I know before anybody says, yeah, but he is aircraft carriers. They're gigantic. It's not a city. Metroplex is a city. The dude needs to be a city for it to be a Titan for me. I would venture to say, honestly, that the Ark shouldn't be a Titan. Right? I would make that argument that the Ark isn't a Titan. Devastator should not be a Titan. Predaking should not be a Titan. That was just them trying to shoehorn characters in the size class, even though they didn't make sense, right? But that's me. I mean, to each their own. Earthspark is going to premiere on Paramount Plus before it appears on Nickelodeon. It'll start airing on Paramount Plus first in November, and apparently it's going to follow on Nickelodeon after. I assume here in Canada, it will appear on Teletoon. That would be my guess, because if it don't appear on Teletoon, nobody here is going to watch it. It's as simple as that. It is what it is, right? Teletoon is our, you guys have like Cartoon Network and you have Nickelodeon. We don't. Everything goes to Teletoon. What else do we have here? Symbiote Studios, they showed off some exclusive pins that they have for WonderCon Anaheim 2022. These are pins of Bumblebee and Optimus Prime, as well as Soundwave and Shockwave. No Megatron or Starscream, interestingly. They look good, but it kind of looks like they're pillows, but in pin form. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, look up Symbiote Studios plush pillows. You'll see. They're just the heads of the characters. If you want pins, cool. Get rid of that. Legacy Laser Optimus Prime and Galvatron are out in the US. Cyberverse Snarl concept art was shown. I think the Cyberverse Dinobots look good. I don't like how they translated it in plastic form, but I think on the screen they look great. I thought they looked really cool. I was a fan. So seeing the concept art is good. I already talked about Crosscut and said he looks beautiful. The MP Crosscut looks great. You know, I don't know the character, but he looks great. Rise of the Beasts. Okay, so few things with Rise of the Beasts here. First things first, there was news that came out of Ignite, which is an innovation showcase that Hasbro did, and they did talk about it. And just a couple of interesting notes. They said that the inclusion and introduction of Beasts is a new innovation for them, where they're trying to now bring in Beast Wars fans as they, I thought this was interesting, as they begin to reach our target collector demographic. I found that very interesting that they said target collector demographic. I thought that was very cool. Biggest Hasbro theatrical release to date. That unnerves me because they've invested gobs of money. So has Paramount in the past. And the last night was an utter failure. Now they're saying this is the biggest theatrical production that they've ever done. If this flops, I think it's going to be disastrous for Hasbro, disastrous for Paramount, disastrous for Transformers fans. This movie has to succeed big. That's what I'm figuring. I think I could be wrong, but my gut feeling says this needs to succeed big. And I'm wondering if that kind of do or die approach is why it's delayed so long till I think it's June 9th of 2023 next year. So that's a lot, man. That's a lot. What else did they mention at the Ignite thing? They talked about the Earthspark release date, and they said, I thought this was interesting. They said in Earthspark, I know that I was talking about Rise of the Beast, but this note was something that I missed earlier when I was talking about the premiere date for Earthspark. So with Earthspark is going to be on Paramount Plus first, then Nickelodeon is my understanding. But apparently it's going to have surprise conversions. And I don't know how I feel about this, magic conversions. And the indication I got is that this is going to lead over into the figures. I don't know how that's going to work out. I'm not sure, and I don't like the inclusion of magic. I'm a sci-fi guy. I'm not a fantasy guy. If you include magic all of a sudden into this, I don't know if it's going to be for me, man. I don't know, but yeah, the Rise of the Beast stuff, introducing Beasts, target collector demographic, and their biggest theatrical release. I think a lot is riding on Rise of the Beasts. I don't know how you guys feel about Rise of the Beasts. I'm cautiously excited for it, but I mean the toys so far don't look great. The Primal looks all right, very monochromatic, and I like the robot mode better than the ape mode. The ape mode has a horrific face, but you know what? I got hope for the Beast, and I like Beast Wars. What else do we have here? TFCon Toronto announced that Vince DiCola is going to be there. There you go. We're going through the guest cycle again. It was LA. Now it's to Toronto. Let's see. Icon Heroes. They showed off an Optimus Prime action statue. Now, if you're like me, you're wondering, what the hell is an action statue? An action statue is something that's basically a statue, but it has a couple of points of articulation and whatnot. We've seen it before, more high end, but this one is not as high end. It looks all right. We have faction symbol bookends. So if you want an Autobot symbol at one end of your bookcase and a Decepticon symbol at the other end of your bookcase, Icon Heroes got you covered, I guess. They look really good, actually. They're on what looks to be black. The outline stuff seems to be a black outline and beautiful deep purple, beautiful deep red. What else do we have here? Also a Rumble and a Ravage, and they call it Rumble, but it's Frenzy because Cartoon is King. It's a 2-pack of pins for those guys. And I think that might be it. Oh. And there's also a mouse pad that has G1 Devastator's box art on it, basically. Cool, I guess. We saw some more concept art for BotBot's kiosks that weren't produced. I like the kiosks idea. I could buy a kiosk turning into a robot easier than I can buy like a French fries turning into a robot. I wish they'd done the kiosks. Maybe they will. Maybe they'll make them a bit bigger. Maybe the kiosks are like the Titan class of BotBots or something, right? So I kind of dig the kiosk idea. Speaking of Hasbro Pulse that I said was trash and I don't like it and I don't know why people keep supporting it, they're expanding. Of course, Pulse is in the UK, as we know. Pulse is in the US, and they claim to service all of Canada, but that's a bit iffy, especially when all you use for shipping is FedEx. Let's find the most expensive shipping and only use that. Okay. To me, that's prohibitive anyway, or almost prohibitive. Now they're going into Germany. I don't know. Is Germany big fans of Pulse? I don't hear a lot from Germany, so I don't know, but I think it's very interesting. I find it very interesting. I talk about prices here a lot and stuff, and it's been said that the prices in the UK have gone down in some places. And then I find it very, very interesting that not only did the prices go down in the UK, but Pulse went to the UK. I wonder if we can gauge where there is interest from Hasbro internationally by where they kind of open Pulse locations. I think that's interesting to watch for the future, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. We saw concept art, I guess you would call it. A little more than concept art, but we saw a concept for Kingdom Cheetor. God, how I wish we had gotten the concept instead of the garbage we got. The concept looks so much infinitely better than the deluxe Cheetor that came out. How they went from such an excellent concept to such an awful release is beyond me. The concept was beautiful, and that's what fans should have got, and that's what fans should have got for a deluxe price. Honestly, if you haven't seen it, do yourself a favor. Kingdom Cheetor concept, and I think you'll say that should have been what we got. I know for me that's how I feel. Maybe you'll think differently, but that's exactly how I feel. We also had an image shown from Forged to Fight. I didn't even know Forged to Fight was still a thing. Apparently they're introducing G1 Ironhide. Interesting note, I find the robot version of the Forged to Fight G1 Ironhide looks very similar to the iGear Ironhide. Really, surprisingly similar. Good news for Toy Fair fans. New York Toy Fair 2023 ain't going to be in February. It's going to be in September and October. It's going to run from September 30th to October 3rd, or so it's planned. It's been the sort of thing that's been kind of shut down before, man, for a lot of things with the world gone sideways. And now they're making this announcement. I mean, this is March of 2022. So we would have to go to March of 2023, April, May, June, July, August, September. I mean, they're making this announcement a year and a half out. Apparently the change to a fall time correlates to some questionnaires and stuff that they did and some market research and stuff that they did about production schedules and buying habits and all of this sort of stuff. So that's why they changed it, evidently. My guess is they want to give a year and a half advance in the hope that the world won't be sideways and that everybody still remembers, hey, Toy Fair is still alive. We're a thing that exists in the world. We're coming back. For now, we're just going to sit over here in the corner. It'll be fine. Just saying. Oh, Toy Fair. Poor Toy Fair. Interestingly, we also saw some digital sculptures, if you will, of of Red Shockwave. Very interesting. If you're wondering what a digital sculpture is, a lot of times we see like 3D renders and that sort of stuff, right? Well, a digital sculpture basically is like each one of those parts, or each one of those, what they end up in plastic calling tools. And there's a surprising amount of tools or parts, if you will, that have been sculpted for the Shockwave, right? More than I thought. It seems like a lot of research, a lot of effort, a lot of development, a lot of parts count, a lot of plastic used in the red line, and it's been a real spotty success. At least around here, from what I've heard, it's not for me. They look nice, but I think that they're explicitly for the collector who wants to just have the robot form, and they don't care about scale as long as it looks like it jumped off the screen. I feel like that's the person that Red is speaking to, and that seems like a very, very niche, specific type of buyer. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they're more successful where you are, but around here, they don't exactly fly off the shelves. Let me put it to you that way. I feel like seeing it was very cool, but I feel like my thought was when I saw it, that looks like a lot of effort for something that don't sell exceptionally well. Maybe I'm wrong. Let's see. The VR Transformers game. Remember that thing, the virtual reality Transformers game? That has been delayed indefinitely, apparently. They don't have a new date. It was supposed to release for PlayStation VR and something else. Stream, maybe. It was supposed to release today. Did it release today? No, it didn't. That's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. Let's see. DNA Design showed off an upgrade kit for Studio Series Slug / Slag. And it gives him red horns if you want red horns, even though that's not what he had in the show. I'm a Cartoonist King guy. It gives him some pieces to turn his tail into a shield. I don't want to really pop his tail off, but if you do, cool. What else did it come with? It came with a sword. That's nice. And it comes with basically new arms, new legs. So a new body for that Daniel. It's basically a new Daniel, right? If you really want an exosuit Daniel from DNA Design and a sword and red horns, then go for it, I guess. Go for it. Why not? I'm going to do the trivia, and I'm sorry to whoever it was that had given me the trivia. I'm sorry I lost it. Reach out to me again, and I will do it. The trivia this week, pretty easy one, I think. I think it's an easy one anyway. Maybe you won't. Who was the voice of Astro Train and Ramjet? Who was the voice of Astro Train and Ramjet? Was it A, the late great Chris Leda? Was it B, Jack Angel? Was it C, Frank Welker? Was it D? Hold on. I gotta find my thing. Was it D, Ed Gilbert? So was it A, Chris Leda? Was it B, Jack Angel? Was it C, Frank Welker? Or was it D, Ed Gilbert? Who was the voices, or the voice, if you will, of Astro Train? And you might notice me looking up a lot. I look up a lot anyway because my eyes are my eyes, but you might notice me a lot because I got schmutz on my glasses. A lot of people saying B for Jack Angel. Yeah, it was Jack Angel. Let me go up and see what you guys were saying here. Let me go up and see what you guys are saying here, and then we'll do the unboxing and get out of here. Looking forward to the animated movie more than Rise of the Beast. Me too, buddy. Let's go up. Where is it? I think it was around here. My collecting rule is never sell what I was gifted. I've kept everything that I was gifted. Really, I've kept because it's given. There's something special about it when it's gifted to you. Some of it is like Maximal 10 knows some of it's junk, and Maximal 10 knows some of it's junk. However, I have that KO of DX9's Hulky. Now, I didn't need another Devastator, but I'm not going to get rid of it. It's glorious. It's great. I know it was a thoughtful gift. A couple of years back, I was given a refurbished and really complete version of Trailbreaker. I was so thankful for it. A while ago, I was sent, not necessarily in top-notch condition, but I was sent a G1 Jazz. Like, I'm not like somebody thought it was Grimlock Gone who sent me the G1 Jazz, if I'm not mistaken. But like when people think about you to that degree, it's pretty humbling. I've had my Dino King and all the shells, our buddy Razor Bear, like that came from him. I can only say thank you, and I can't pay it back. But I don't understand how anybody would be able to sell something like that. You know what I mean? Because it is so special. And like, I've had people who have said to me, like, why don't you do a top 10 of your 10 favorite Transformers that are in your collection? Because I can guarantee you that all 10 of them are going to be gifts. they're not necessarily going to be the best in my collection. They're not necessarily going to be the most amazing in my collection, but they're special because somebody thought enough to give it to me. Like my Primus came from Starscream wife, my Metroplex. She found him for $90 Canadian. My Ultima Guard, my Wei Jiang Ultima Guard was a gift for my 40th birthday from my mother. Like, I'm not getting rid of it. I get that, Blue. I'm right there with you, but it's a great rule of thumb, man. It looks like a lot of people have a similar one here. He would. Oh, you're right. If they did him right, they would. If they did Tidal Wave right with all of his parts, you're right. He probably would cost that much. But I do think that Tidal Wave is a wonderful candidate for a good, big, chunky, hefty, well molded, great features commander class. I like how Cyberverse Swoop is a girl. I like how Cyberverse Swoop is a girl too, actually. I thought that was pretty clever. I keep my golden rule, put interest over faith. I don't know what that means, but okay. Paramount will survive if it flops. They have Star Trek money to fall back on. Yeah, I think Paramount will survive. And you're right, they got Star Trek money to fall back on, but like Into Darkness wasn't a rousing success. I loved it. Being the Star Trek nerd I am, I loved it. But I'm not gonna lie to myself and say it was a huge box office smash. It didn't match the success of the first one. And I know there's a third one in the pike, but we'll have to see. I'm cool with it. I love them. I'll go see them. Same with Rise of the Beast. But I know that hardcore fans, I don't know. How many flops can you have and still survive? I agree. Jay just said it. If Rise of the Beast flops, I think Hasbro should not attempt another TF movie again. I agree. Or let storytellers and filmmakers do it and keep your money-grubbing hands away from it. You stick to your own lane, make the toys that accompany it. That's what you know, because all you've proven is that you don't know what fans want and you don't know how to tell a story. Talking about smart Dinobots, I thought it was a neat idea to have Grimlock smart in bot mode, and that was interesting too. Smart in bot mode, dumb in Dino mode. I like that actually. He actually was very elegant in bot mode, I found. Looking forward to the animated movie. Me too. Magic conversion. I'm just saying, that's what I heard. Production delays aren't a good sign. No, I don't think production delays are a good sign for the movie either. Tony Khan is booking Toronto as well. Apparently Tony Khan is coming to Toronto. I feel so bad for Supercard of Honor. Supercard of Honor is going to be tomorrow night on WrestleMania weekend. Who's going to watch Supercard of Honor? Come on. I know Tony Khan bought Ring of Honor, but come on. When you got SmackDown and then the Hall of Fame where the Undertaker's getting inducted, I don't see Supercard of Honor getting a huge buy rate. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they will, but I'm not guessing it. Since I'm out of collecting Hasbro Transformers, I'm looking into other robot toy lines. That's interesting. When people who run franchises like Chick-fil-A, Hobby Lobby, and Harry Potter say that LGBTQ and Jews are not welcome, what? They instantly lose business. Interesting. I've never heard that, but that's weird. Pulse for Canadian, pulse for or how about just pulse go away? I've heard Germany is big on pulse for G.I. Joe. Oh, could be. Concept art always looks better than the real thing. If you're talking about the Cheetor concept art, it's more than that. If you look at it, you're going to say, this is a completely different thing. They didn't go with this at all. They cheaped it out. Like now I look at the Cheetor we got. I'm like, wow. Did you guys cheap out? Wow. It's that big of a difference to me. I want a forged fight Ironhide and G1 colors. Well, there's a G1 Ironhide coming there. I don't know exactly what you mean by that, but I don't play Forged Fight, to be fair. So I might play Forged Fight if it wasn't just a mobile game. I don't have time to play games. I got to be honest. I don't have time. The little bit of free time I get, I spend it with my family, man. My attention span prevents me from doing cons. One lap round, I'm done. Yeah, I'm with you there. My boy sold all his red figures for $5. Oh, jeez. Red are peg warmers. Yeah, the peg warmers here too. I hope that some company makes good alternatives to Pulse Victory Saber. There's a couple out there, but they're pricey. Thirsty. Sorry. Planet X is the one that comes to my mind. Maximal 10. As we go down here, you guys giving the answers. Yeah, it was B. I thought Cyclonus was the guy from Star Trek. Oh, yeah, really? Harcourt Mudd. Harry Mudd. Roger C. Camille died before season 4. Yeah, he did. He was so great. He was so great. It's appreciation, dude, no matter what. I appreciate what was given. Down here. My uncle doesn't know I collect and got me Kingdom Waspinator because it made him think of me. That's nice. That's nice, though, man. But I can't bring myself to get rid of the... No, don't. That was really thoughtful. Don't. Wouldn't be right, man. Well, I still have my original G1 Metroplex. It was a Christmas present for my parents. There you go. Same with my G1 Omega Supreme, right? It was a Christmas gift for my parents. And I still remember the box. And I still remember how happy I was when I saw it and how in awe I was of the box and how I couldn't believe it when we got it out and how big he was and how, he was so amazing. You know, that still sticks with me. Star Trek Picard, enough said. Yeah, actually, it's funny. Starscream wife is only kind of a passing Star Trek fan, but like even she watches Picard, right? Because it's Captain Picard. Just saying. Picard is great too. I heard a new series with Captain. It's a new series with Captain Pike. That's coming out too. I gotta catch up on Discovery as well, and I gotta catch up on Prodigy. I've only watched a little bit of it. Is that what it's called? Prodigy, the animated one. I haven't heard the new season of I haven't seen the new season of Picard, but I like the first. New season is infinitely better than the first season, just so you know. As we go down here, and I know I'm skipping some stuff, guys. Let's see. Do your students know about your Transformers hobby collector, or is that something? I do have students who have known. I don't usually discuss it because here's the thing, like the me that you guys see here, right? And the me that's in the video reviews and stuff is the me that you guys know. Don't confuse that with Dennis. That's a different guy. Don't confuse that with Mr. Moulton. That's a different guy. They're all true to me, but they're all different aspects of my personality that I show to the people I need to show it to, right? Now, there are certain similarities for sure, but you know, the way I act in class isn't the way I act with you guys. Bless you. Always 3 from her. Bless you. The way I act with you guys isn't the way I act with my family, right? So, like, it is different. So, I've had students who know. My students now, do they know? No, they don't. A couple of them have discovered me. I don't know how they found out. It's weird. Like, you know, like it's so strange because I'm not big by a stretch. Though I've been at this a long time now. I don't know. Like, I don't always say to people like, oh, let's get me to 8K. Come on, guys, 8K. Like, if I get there, I get there. If I don't, I don't. Such is life. You know, it'd be nice to get there. Cool. Great. I mean, it'd be nice to get to 10K this year. That'd be lovely. Don't seem to be going that way. It'd be lovely. But it's so weird because I do have times now I'll go out and I'll be going around and like there are people who will like come up and say, like, excuse me, like, you're a GotBot, right? And like I'm like, I am, but it's weird. It's a little humbling when it happens. It's a weird sensation, man. Really, really weird sensation. Everybody's saying bless his Starscream wife. What? Compartmentalization for the win. That's great. Lower Decks is canon. Prodigy is questionable. You know what? Never saw Lower Decks. Didn't even know it was a series until it was over. So I got to catch up on that too. Though I don't know if I really care about Lower Decks enough to catch up on. Your outro monologue sounds like something you might say to a class of students. It does. Like I said, they kind of overflow, and it's true. I don't tell them, necessarily that, you make a difference each and every day. If they watch this, cool. However, in the morning when we go through like the date and all of this sort of stuff in the morning, very often what I'll do is the last thing I'll say is, we'll do our date, we'll go through our rules, and we'll talk about a few reminders, make sure like the lunch orders are in and all that stuff. And then I'll say, it's a beautiful day for us to learn, right? It's a beautiful day to learn, or it's a beautiful day to learn something. And then we'll go on and start our day learning something. Sometimes we learn a lot, sometimes we don't, right? Okay, let's do the unboxing and get out of here because I still got some stuff to do. All new Star Trek shows are actually really good. Best to watch during vacations. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. We don't have spring break here. We have a break at Easter. So like we'll have Good Friday off, and then we'll have all the next week off. So I'll probably catch up on some stuff then. I haven't seen his Rodimus maybe I did see his Rodimus Prime review. I don't remember. Let's do the unboxing and get out of here. So I got two items to unbox. One is new, one is older, but it's still new. It's just that it was released a while ago. The first one is we need Shatner to return to Star Trek. Him and his 93 or whatever he is, year old, decrepit self. Come back, Captain Kirk. Okay. This is the first thing. It is, of course, the Dead Prime, and we're going to look at this tomorrow. I didn't get it because I wanted the alternate universe Optimus Prime. I got it because I wanted that extra trailer. The alternate universe Optimus Prime, well, we'll talk about what I like and dislike about that tomorrow. It is a quick, easy review, and I'll also talk about my intentions with the trailer and whatnot. I like it. I like the way it was packed. I actually like the box. I think it's really cool. I wasn't planning on getting it. Saw it for just regular retail price. I was like, cool. Actually, I got it from Toy Snowman, and I was like, yeah, cool. Okay, I'm not all in on Legacy, so I'll go back and pick this up because like I didn't get it because I was like, I need to save money for Legacy and stuff, but like, there's not much there that I think looks very good. There's only like 2, maybe 3 that got my attention. So why not go back and kind of fill in some stuff that I want? And I really wanted another trailer, so. That Prime will be tomorrow. I'm going to tell you now, it's a pretty quick, easy review. Nice way to head into the weekend. Then I got from GameStop a Legacy figure. And the Legacy figure is DK Guard, which, of course, as we all know, is the, oh, yeah, boy, is the black Ironhide. Really, really interesting. Now, I got this guy because my intention, quite frankly, is for this guy to be Shattered Glass Ironhide. However, there is a fiction, there is an argument for this actually being the Ironhide that we all know and love. I'll also say this. I was curious. This is basically the 4th use of like this mold, right? Because we've gotten 2 ratchets with the regular ratchet and then the Shattered Glass ratchet, and we've gotten the regular Ironhide. A lot of people missed this mold. Because Amazon is garbage. It is what it is, right? So some people want to get this just to have the mold. Is it a good version or not? Well, we're going to see next week. So this week I got the alternate universe Optimus Prime, and I got DK Guard. By the way, earlier the week I put up the review of the add-on kits for Kingdom Blaster and for tracks. Worth checking out if you're considering them. Certainly worth checking out to see if they're good or not. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we've been on here a long time. I love you guys. I appreciate you so much coming by, giving me some of your extremely valuable time. I do know, man, how important it is to you. If you're in a position to help the channel to grow, you can use that donate link. You can check us out on Patreon. You can see what we offer to you through Spring, or of course, you can hit the join button right here on YouTube and become a channel member. Hit the subscribe button, stick around, have some fun with us here on the channel. Don't forget that somehow, some way, each and every single day, you right there, each and every one of you, right from Waspinator to Ultra Megatronus to Brian to Ken, and each and every one of you that are watching right now, that came in here for a few minutes and left again, that came and left and came back. You do make a difference. And I look forward, baby, to the next time that you and I get together to have another visit, either in the live streams right here on Thursday nights at the stop motion premieres or the old fashioned way inside the videos.